another lesson that I really learned with outsourcing was give them direction on here's what we're trying to accomplish. For example, we want to get this audience in particular that we don't have access to really engaged and lean on our brand as a thought leader in the space. So here are the different things that we're looking for, but we can be flexible. Here's the budget that I'm wanting to put behind all of this. Come up with a plan for me on how to accomplish that in the way that is going to, one, resonate with your audience the best, but two, be most organic to what your existing content calendar looks like. And I feel like we got so much bang for our buck because they were really invested because they were like, holy smokes, this company has a huge investment with us. We want to make sure to keep the contract as long as we can. And then for us, we were getting really high quality content that we were then able to share with our internal teams, but we were still on an ongoing basis using that vendor because again, they still had the audience that we were trying to capture. And so we were able to pump content that was then being made internally into these external vendors. And it was just this beautiful relationship where we depended on each other for a lot of things, but we became so close and it became so much less of a transaction and more of an actual partnership. I know that a lot of people have big feelings about webinars, but I think from a marketing standpoint, they are so content rich and so easy to break into smaller pieces. My favorite thing of all time with webinars is being able to come up with a really meaty webinar that you can then take sound bites from and promote via video content on LinkedIn or Meta, and be able to make blog posts from one topic that maybe we didn't get to go as deep into, but all spider webbing back into one core asset. That's my favorite thing to do with content. One, because usually resources are slim and you want to be able to get the most amount of legs out of any piece of content that you can. And I think webinars are just so easy to get a whole host of different content types out of, because once you have that core talk track, it's really easy to pull out blogs, case studies, sound bites, videos, whatever it may be from that one resource. From the demand generation standpoint, what we're trying to do is have all of our content plans be research-based. So what we'll do is work with our product marketing team, and they'll run research on either a hot topic or a specific industry and try and understand who the audience is. And then from there, we'll start working with our creative and content team to start understanding what's the story that we should be telling. So I feel like AI has been most helpful in just getting that first draft started and helping to start formulating a storyline, being able to input, okay, we're dealing with X, Y, and Z pain points with this specific audience, and these are the different types of titles or roles that we're targeting. How do we create a cohesive storyline? So it starts pulling all of those little data points together, and then we can use it to say, okay, yeah, actually, the way that it's spelling out the storyline, this doesn't make a ton of sense, or yes, that's exactly what we're talking about. Now let's look at our content library or the creative assets that we have already to understand what content types would resonate really well with this audience, or how do we tweak the storyline to make it more impactful for who we're trying to reach. So I see it more as the refining process of being able to take multiple data points, bring them all together and find the commonalities for how we want to start storytelling to this audience.